Hello everybody, it's Gage and I'm back with episode 3 of my Minecraft Let's Play series. I am a little bit late with this video. I upgraded to OBS, the new version of OBS this week, and everything seemed to go perfectly fine until I pressed record and I had no sound. But anyway, everything seems to be up and running again now, and I hope you like the time-lapse in the intro to the video. I did it in a weird way actually, so I actually built this portal somewhere else, because I'd watched this video of somebody else looking at different effects that you can use in Bedrock to try and make cool time lapses. And one of the ways is using a structure block, which you can only use if you've got creative or cheats on or anything in your world. And we've got cheats are on in this world because of the experimental features being on, because of the add-ons that we're using. So what I did was I built this somewhere else. And then inside a structure block, basically a structure block lets you copy a building inside this world from one place to another, like exactly copy it. So build it somewhere else. Place the structure block here, and then it allows you to animate the build, which is really cool. It's really good. So then you can animate it block by block by block, and it gives that cool bit on the intro. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, the only thing is you don't get to see me actually building it when I do that, so I'm not going to use it lots, I don't think. But I thought for a smaller build like this, it'd probably be quite fun. So the other thing that happened when I was building this was, obviously I had to go to the Nether, and there were some horrible places that I needed to go or needed to get to. But so I found some ways of digging around. But let me show you what happened when I went inside. Okay, so we're out in pretty much the same place as I was before. Oh, hello. I can't reach it. I haven't got a bow. Have you killed it? I hope not. Anyway, let's get down here quick. Bye, Bubble Man. Bye. As I came down here, anyway, I started digging my hole to get down to what I thought was going to be where I was going to get some resources from. But look at this. I've never seen this height. We're at 77. And I didn't get it because I wanted to grab it with you guys. So let's grab it and see if there's... Oh, there's more than one. Come on. It's going to take a while. There's nothing, no enchants on my stuff yet. That's one. That's two. We're going to get some more. Nope, that was a great find. And if I can get up here safely, that's not all that I found that was really cool. So down there... Oh, in fact, I'll show you down here. It's not pretty. It's definitely not pretty. But because I'm always getting chased by mobs. However, I've got my gold boots on, so I'm not getting chased as much. Made myself a little safe place where I can come in and out, go and get my resources, and then run away again. Oh, see ya. So it works. It's not pretty. Maybe we'll pretty it up a bit later. Although, ultimately, I think all of my nether portals are going to be as high up as I can possibly get them. So, not on the roof, but, you know, near the roof. You can't build on the roof on Bedrock, which is a shame. But... Has it killed it? No, that's fine. So over here, I also then, this is where I got my stuff from the waterfall. But you'll see it there in the wall, there's two more. Look at that. Again, this is at level 82. I've never ever seen ancient debris this high. So let's see if we get more than two. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Huh. No, that's it. I say that's it like it's a thing like, oh, that's it. But no, that's brilliant. I'm well happy with that. So our first ancient debris completely by accident, and let's see what else we've got. So this is the that's the bridge that I made to get over to there. Again, there's not really anything pretty. We're so early on. There's not a lot of pretty of stuff, and I'm gonna have to do the same things to get over to that. This is a Skizzleman's compass, and ever since I saw Naked and Scared where he made this, I've been using them ever since, and they're absolutely brilliant. They've saved my life and got me home so many times. So thanks very much, Skizzleman. Right, let's get back to what I promised to build last episode. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say earlier, what was the reason that I built the nether portal like this? Now, it's quite basic because it is just using some of our starter blocks, but my idea was that it was going to be our first portal to Avernus, so it's our first build in sort of the D&D style that I want to start looking at. So it's supposed to be that this portal sort of come out of the ground and appeared in the middle of what's going to be this hopefully lovely village once we've finished. So it's our first portal to Avernus. When I say it's the first portal to Avernus, first portal because all of our different builds all around this amazing world are going to be connected by portals in the Nether. So basically Avernus is going to almost be our hub. And they're going to probably get more and more extravagant as time goes on, because obviously we'll have better tools, better kit, better blocks, and we'll be able to build some really cool nether portal builds. But I think this one's good. I like it, especially for something really early. You know, I've tried to bring some bits of the nether out, make it like the earth's a bit scorched and the grass can't grow anymore. Trying to get as much lava in as I could. I had the idea of putting like maybe some mob heads inside the fires so you can just sort of see them, but that'll happen as we get some more. And I liked this little touch here. So I basically put a vine. Is it a weeping vine? That one I can't remember. I think it's a weeping vine. Grew it up through there and then did it like it was growing through the blocks. So it's just another one on top. And then the string on top of those to stop them growing. Absolutely mental. But that's the Nether portal. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please let me know below what you think of it and anything you might change, add to it. Doesn't even necessarily have to be now, but if you think of anything we could do later with some more end game blocks, then that would be amazing. Right, let's go get ready to build. Over here, we're going to finish off this farm by putting our iron farm on top. Building an iron farm. Let's quickly go over the basics of what you need. In Bedrock Edition, you need at least 20 beds, at least 10 villagers. And then the golem's going to attempt to spawn on a spawnable block within a 17 by 13 by 17. I think it's a cube. So, and it works out as about 8 plus or minus 8 blocks horizontal, plus or minus 6 blocks vertical from the villager's centre block. And a centre block is a bed pillow or a bell. So in the case what we're doing now, we're going to use a bed pillow because we're going to build a platform of beds. So here's all the materials you're going to need. It's not much. You might not even need this many blocks. I just grabbed a load of them anyway, but you need quite a few solid blocks. So we're going to use the slabs for like non-spawnable blocks to fence our villages in. And also this plus 20 beds, which are in the chest down next to me. So let's get going. Okay, so if you're building this the same way that I did with the village breeder underneath, where we've got this little crossroads, I like to start mine here and then start building up. From the leaves, we're going to build at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missed that last one. 5. And then this is going to be where we start building in towards the farm. So we're going to start building ourselves a platform. And this is going to be the outer edge, which is going to end up being a wall. And this platform needs to be big enough for our 20 beds. So let's build it now. Now, the advice I will give you before I speed this up a little bit is do not put your beds down straight away. Honestly, it is the worst idea you could do. I did it and I forgot that then it means that these guys down here are going to get very busy and they're going to spawn you loads of villagers and you've got no way of getting them all up. They're all going to get stuck in your chamber. It just becomes a big mess. So don't put the beds down yet. Let's just get this platform built. Okay, so that's platform built, and you see these dirt blocks that I put in here, they're actually just placeholders, so this is just so I could keep count while I was making enough room for beds, because we need to basically put a bed, and then a bed, and 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 a bed, so the whole platform's beds, so there should be 10 dirt blocks here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, that's fine, so that'll be 20 beds that are going to lay down in here. Now, for each one of these, they all need jobs, and the easiest job block I think is barrels, so I've just made 20 barrels and I'm going to put those down. I think you can actually just do this with 10 villagers and you'd get away with it, but I'm going to put 20 beds, 20 villagers. Okay, so then moving around to the other side of our platform, this way. Okay, so now we're going to make our platform for where our iron golems are going to spawn, and usually in most videos this is a giant huge platform. In our case it's going to be 8 by 2 but with a wall around it. So let's start building that quick. Okay, so once you've got that little platform built, you're going to need your water buckets. And we're going to put one here and one here. And that means that the water is going to stop right on this edge. So it's going to push things down into what's going to be our little killing chamber. But it's not going to ruin everything down below. Now, I had a bit of an accident when I was building here before. I only did 7, I miscounted, and it completely took out my rails below. So just make sure if you do that, make sure you go and get your rails and sort them out, otherwise they're going to despawn. The other thing we need to do now is make our sort of rail system to make sure that all this is spawn proof for the golems and for anything else. So I'm going to use different coloured slabs for this, just so you can see where the slabs go. But we're basically just going to slab on all of this area that we've built on top, so on top of the job blocks, and then it'll also serve as a barrier so that the villagers can't get over the top. One thing I'm going to do is, in my build that I did before, I put my lightning rod over that way. I'm going to put mine up here now because I'm going to have villagers higher up, so this is going to be my new lightning rod. I'm going to take that one away shortly. But that is the top of the farm built, apart from the beds. So let's go on to the next bit. Okay, so for the killing chamber, we're going to make what is basically a little bit of a little tube. So we're going to leave 2 blocks inside. It all fits up quite nicely. And same for over here. I'll carry on the same thing shortly where we make the top bit spawn proof. So let's do that now actually. Okay, so that's the little tube done. Now we need to move. Let me just move this so you can see. What is a way that you're going to be able to see? We're going to have to go from above. So inside here, we are going to need a couple of signs, which I haven't got. Hang on, be right back. Okay, so I've got my signs, so I'm going to build myself a little way up. So we're going to need a couple of signs just down here, and these are going to hold the lava in place for us. I'll do for the U. Thank you. All right, and then we'll squidge around this way because we need to put some more signs on the other side. And this will completely hold our lava in. And then we need to place our lava on top of the 2 signs on this side. So 1 here, 1 here. You see, it won't move. The sign's keeping it in place. So now we need to go underneath and build a bit of a floor. The floor is going to be out of hoppers. So let's switch around there. Okay, so now underneath the farm, this is where I built all my dirt, and it's worth leaving it there because it is useful, because our next bit is we're going to place some hoppers going into those blocks, because we're going to replace that with a chest soon. Okay, so I am going to come round to the other side of the farm, and I'm going to place these campfires. To do this, you have to break one of the slabs that you put down already, just so you're close enough. So we're going to go 1, 2. That's going to help. So it's going to be like a double killing mechanism. The lava's going to get the iron golems all the time. The cats are not the cats. Well, it is the cats. So yeah, the cats are going to get burnt by the campfires as well, and the campfires will also help kill the iron golems. So it kills everything pretty quick. So that is essentially the farm done. The only thing that we need to do is fill this area with our 20 beds and get our villagers up. So the 20 beds, not too difficult if you've got some sheep like I have. You know, you just got to just shear them off and make some beds. So it's not too bad. You see 20 beds and go, oh, but actually it's all right. And then get your villagers up however you see fit. You could rail them up. I think I actually might rail them up. I was thinking of using a water stream to get them up here, but I might actually just rail them up. So I might change my little farm at the bottom just for this bit, so I can rail these all the way up one after another. And then I don't have to worry either about placing all the beds, because I could just get my rail system set up and then place my 20 beds and wait it out then. So I'm going to get on with that. I made a mistake when I was building before. I realised you don't need 6 hoppers, you need 4. This should be our chest, otherwise we've got nothing to collect into. So we're going to put that under there, and then these 2 blocks, you change them, they can be slabs or stairs. It's up to you, whatever you like, but something that means that the chest can still open. So yeah, that's it done. I'm going to finish my cleanup, and I'm going to start getting the villagers up there. Okay, so put myself a little water stream. If I've done this right, I should be able to nudge the 2 guys that we've got here already, and they should go up. No, he's got stuck. Oh, there he goes. That's 1. Let's push the other guy. Let's see if we can get him in. They're off the rails at the minute, but there we go. Up he goes. Give him a little nudge. Little nudge. Little nudge. Yeah, that's worked. Excellent. So those 2 are up there. So just so you can see what I've done, I've changed the rail system so that instead of going around here to safety, it goes in there, pushes up our water elevator, which is the soul, soil and bubbles, all the way up, and then they should land in our cool little space here. They're on top of each other right now, so I'm going to go and sort that, and now I've got to breed all my villagers and put beds down. So I'll see you soon. Okay, and they've just bred. There's a couple of babies there, so we're waiting for them to get running through. Oh, there's one. So he's going to go flying up. One just happened, so I know it works all right. And down he goes. I need to go up there and get the minecarts in a minute. Oh, next one's coming through. So you can see now my baby-making machine is well and truly doing its job, and we're getting where we need to be. So let's come back when there's enough of them. I think they'll need to grow up before the iron golems start doing their thing, but let's give it a go and see. All right, so it's not been long. It's only been a few minutes, and it's definitely working, as you can see if you're getting things up there. One thing I did notice, though, was that the baby villagers technically can fit through here. I hadn't really thought of this before. But they never seem to go off the edge and they just go back into the beds. The only thing that could be a problem, I suppose, is if they grow up at the time they're in there, they could suffocate to death. But as it is, none of that's happened so far, so I think we're okay. But you could put some extra solid blocks in there if you are worried about it. So I've got a bit of a mess to sort out, and I should have took my own advice. Definitely put your beds down 1 or 2 at a time, because now these fellas, they've already picked some beds up the top, and they're not interested in these ones at all, so they're not running out. So I'm going to have to be a bit persuasive with some of these guys now to get them up there. But don't make that same mistake. Do your beds bit at a time, and then they will always run through. So yeah, so what I ended up having to do just to give them a bit of a nudge was go and with no weapons, just give them a little bit of a tap on the back, and that made them run into where they needed to go. So if you do need to do that, that's the way to get them in. Well, they're all going up. All right, we're starting to get pretty full. I think that's probably the last one, if I've counted right, although I do sometimes struggle to count. Oh, they're all going to bed. This will make it even easier. So let's see. Are we full? Are we full? Well, there's 3 beds left. 1, 2, 3. 4 beds left. And 1, 2, 3 villagers that have got themselves stuck. Oh, plus the one in the minecart. Yeah, that's going to be the last one. Excellent. And there it is. There's our first iron golem. He's spawned. He's going down straight into the killing chamber. And he should... Yeah. It's game over for him. He's a tough one. There we go. And that is our first iron. Straight in that chest. Brilliant. So, quick run around the farm again, just so you can see. So, we made this farm last time. You know exactly how that worked. It's up to you how you get the villagers up. I decided to water stream them up. You could use your rails to get them up from your rail track that we made last time. But it's a platform big enough to fit 10 beds next to each other in this pattern. So just a very basic straight lines. 20 job blocks. I think you could probably get away with 10, but 20 job blocks, 20 villagers, spawn proof the top all the way around and make sure the villagers can't escape. Another platform next to it with the water where the iron golems will spawn and get pushed into the killing chamber. There's also in the killing chamber there's a couple of signs holding the lava in place, a couple of campfires. They'll help kill the cats and the golems as well. Some hoppers underneath the campfires. You don't need to use hopper minecarts because the campfires are only half blocks, so they'll still suck the items through, and then a chest to collect the items out of. You need to use a slab or stairs above, otherwise the chest won't open. But that's it. That is my super tiny iron farm and villager breeder combined. So you'll see one of the things I've done extra, you don't have to do this, but I just wanted to make sure there was no interference, was I added another job block into here. So these are both farmers, and I traded with them as well just to make sure they didn't lose their jobs. I don't think that's needed. I've never done it before, but I thought just in case, especially with a village nearby, I wanted to make sure that everything was as close-knit as I could possibly make it. I've also taken their 2 beds away just so I can make sure that I get the right number of villagers up here, because I thought if I leave those, then you're going to end up with 2 extra villagers going up there, which I didn't want, and that would mess up my breeder. So, oh, there's another one again. So you can see it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's pretty quick, and for your single player world, this is going to get you all the iron you need. And if it's somewhere near where you're going to be loaded in most of the time, then it's going to be going pretty much non-stop. So I hope you enjoyed the iron farm build, and I hope it works out great for you guys. You can leave it just like this. I am going to make my whole thing here look a bit prettier. I think I'm going to do some sort of smoky tower, but I'll see what I come up with. For now, that is everything for our iron farm. Well, unfortunately, that's it for me today. It's a bit of a short episode, this one, but it's been an absolute crazy week with work, and I've tried to do as much as I can around my work, but unfortunately for this week this is going to be it. But next week I'm going to try and do 2 episodes in the week to make up for this one, and we are definitely going to the Nether to get in that fortress to get some goodies, and we may even head over to fight the Ender Dragon. I'm not sure. We'll see what the state of play is with our gear and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. As I say, a bit of a shorter one than usual, but I'm loving the farm that we've built. I think it works absolutely great. I'm looking forward to making it look great, and I love the Nether portal. I love the fact that when you run past it, it sort of looks. Hang on a minute. Let me see. I need to show you this before I go. Oh, if you if you look at it from certain angles, it looks like it's pointing over in that sort of diagonal direction. It's not. It's just because of these blocks here, and I love that. I absolutely love it. I know I'm like slapping myself on the back here for my own build, but I do like that bit. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I'm absolutely loving doing all this, and thank you for all the lovely comments. I'm really enjoying hearing it. Even some of the stuff where people have said, oh, you know, you need to, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. Some of it's been really helpful around like sounds and volumes, but I'm loving reading all the comments. So any comments you've got, anything you would like me to do next, and don't forget any suggestions you've got for building the next D&D style themed building or place or area, definitely do some of those. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh my god, it's a ghast. Where is it? Where is it? Oh! I mean, I ran away because I'm landing like that. What? I can't see it. There it is. Oh, I missed it. On again. Come on. Oh, there's two of them. Oh no! It's game over for me! I'm not getting out of that, ladies and gentlemen. That is game over. Ah. Let's go and have a lie down.
Game over.